Good afternoon, this is Colton with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here out in the Chula Vista area. We like to do these inspections to outline the current condition of the roof and then provide any recommended action. We're identifying sensitive areas and then providing an analysis and forecasting kind of the lifespan of a roof. This is a asphalt shingle roof, very common in this area. These homes were built in the early 60s, so this is more than likely the third or maybe even fourth iteration of this roof. This is a 3-tab asphalt shingle roof, meaning that it's a little bit lower profile, kind of looks like a fence, or more like a brick, and is a little different than your typical architectural where you see a little bit more texture going on. But what happens to this roof over time is it dehydrates in the sun, and the granules start to slough off and the integrity of the shingle kind of wanes. On the south side and the west sides where it gets the most sun, you kind of see the most amount of granule loss and the fiberglass kind of starting to show through. The integrity shingles is very much lost, and you can see how the fiberglass is showing through and there's very little granules on this. There's been some repairs in this valley right here where we see a very sensitive area with a couple penetrations. We also see a little area where there's been some repairs, and this is actually where the leak is happening right here. This is over the garage. Over time, the shingle integrity kind of wanes, and we start to see the shingles kind of blown off during heavy winds. You can see your waterproofing shingle right here is no longer attached to the roof, and then you can see where it's occurring a lot of the times on the edge of the roof. Now, this roof was installed with staples, as we can see right here. You can see really right there, there's a staple, and so now we use roofing nails. So something that outdates this roof and is going to lead to the deterioration of it is that it doesn't have a roofing nail to kind of secure it in place. We can see some of these staples right here, and then we see that the integrity of the shingles over time, they easily bend. And then additionally, we have our attic ventilation right here. We can see a lot of the penetrations. There's a heat vent cap that's actually been blown off, so a lot of water can get in right here. We also see the sealing around the penetrations that need to be redone. Maybe there was a leak at some point right here where we can see this mastic repair. All the ridge caps have these exposed nails, which is never a good sign on the roof. Exposed nails are an easy way for water to penetrate in. And you can see the shininess that's occurring right here on that south facing side. This is where you would put solar, for example. A lot of these satellite dishes, we do not like to see these mounted to the actual roof. It creates an easy way for water to intrude. We like to remove these if possible. And then this little flat patio add-on was done in a kind of a patio prefabricated build, but the sealing on these seams is kind of wearing through, and you can see a bunch of cracks on that. So we definitely need to reseal those. That'd be something that we include in our proposal, to reseal those penetrations, and also reseal the sealing on these prefab patio. But with the amount of granule loss that we're seeing, the integrity of the shingles, and because removing that section, we're getting rid of all these crusty old shingles. To splice in new shingles with that is just not the recommended action. We, at this age, the roof is close to 30 years old. It's definitely time to replace it. When you replace it, you get a new 50-year total protection system warranty in place. And we also replace any bad wood in the process. So I'm going to measure this roof out. The professional recommendation for the homeowner is to replace it with a new architectural asphalt shingle, such as over there. And yeah, we are gonna go ahead and measure this out right now. Replace the vents right here with a better low profile attic venting system, and gonna get this over to the homeowner and measure this thing out. Thank you.